What is up guys, my name is Chase and this is the Logitech K380 keyboard. This is a $40 wireless keyboard made for PC, Mac, smartphones, tablets, and basically any device that supports a Bluetooth keyboard. I've had my eye on this keyboard for a while now, if anything just because I love how it looks. So I managed to snag this from Amazon during a 25% off deal that they had, and now I finally get to review the Logitech K380. Let's start with the design of this keyboard because it is in fact the reason I even got it in the first place. Right off the bat, the keyboard does come in multiple colors, which is hecking awesome. I love me some colored keyboards. You can get dark gray, pink, and white, which is the one that I got. The keyboard has a wedge shape, which is similar to Apple's Magic Keyboard. In fact, I'll probably reference Apple's Magic Keyboard quite a bit throughout this review since that has been my go-to keyboard. I mean, overall, I feel that this keyboard is somewhat a Magic Keyboard competitor for a fraction of the price. It feels just compact enough without removing any necessary features. You have dedicated arrow buttons, a full set of function keys, and all of your control, start, and alt keys. So all of your keys are still here, but in a much smaller and tighter form factor. It's obviously going to be a personal preference whether you like smaller, more compact keyboards or larger ones, but I'd say this one is definitely more compact and more fitting for someone who doesn't use keyboards for more quote-unquote hardcore things like gaming and whatnot. Also, since this keyboard is way less expensive than the Magic Keyboard, the material doesn't necessarily feel as premium. The Magic Keyboard is mostly made out of aluminum, while this one feels much more plasticky. I wouldn't say it feels cheap, but it just doesn't feel like expensive Apple products, which honestly isn't really a terrible thing. The K380 is powered by two AAA batteries, which Logitech promises will last for 2 years. Now, I haven't been able to test the battery life because it hasn't been 2 years yet, but what I will say is that being battery powered unfortunately does mean that not only do you have to think about switching out batteries eventually, but it also does add some weight to this keyboard. It's not a severe amount of weight, but it is pretty noticeably heavier in my opinion than the Magic Keyboard, which has a rechargeable battery. Overall though, the build quality is very solid and honestly feels very nice, especially for the price. As for the main thing you'll be using this keyboard for, typing, I have to say I really like the aesthetic of the keys themselves. The keys are all circular, which has an old-timey look to it, almost like a typewriter. They also have a nice subtle concave shape, which makes your fingers sink nicely into them. Actually typing on the keyboard, it feels pretty nice for the most part. Maybe it's just that I'm so used to the Magic Keyboard, but I do really like my keys to be very clicky and low profile. This Logitech keyboard is a bit more squishy and have more travel, which isn't a bad thing at all. They just feel a bit different and a bit more plasticky, but still very solid keys. I've had no complaints so far typing on this keyboard. Now, the main big feature of the Logitech K380 is the ability to switch between devices on the fly. On the top left of the keyboard, you have 3 buttons which are numbered 1, 2, and 3, each one corresponding to a device that you can connect the keyboard to. So for example, I've been able to connect this keyboard to my iPad, my MacBook Pro, and my iMac. By pressing the buttons, you switch over to whichever device you've connected the keyboard to. This can be really helpful for people who use multiple devices at the same time and don't want to clutter up their desk with multiple keyboards. And after testing it out, I can say that I'm pretty surprised just how well it works. It's not necessarily instantaneous, but in just a few seconds I can switch from using this keyboard with my MacBook Pro to using it with my iPad. From what I've seen so far, it's surprisingly seamless and works really well. So overall, the Logitech K380 is a very solid keyboard. I'd say it's the perfect keyboard for any Mac users who don't want to shell out $90 for a Magic Keyboard, but still want a small and compact keyboard that they can also use with multiple devices. I think it looks very aesthetically pleasing, the keys feel really comfy for the most part, and the fact that you can quickly and seamlessly switch between 3 devices is really cool. I'll leave a link to where you can get the Logitech K380 from Amazon in the description. If you want to see more of my tech reviews, make sure you check out some of the videos below. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell. But for now, thank you for watching, my name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.